Welcome back, children, to the session of language learning. We are going to begin with the new portion, that is future tense. So, first we will begin with the simple future. Okay, now what is simple future? As the name suggests, future. That means we don't know. This is always uncertain. You must have heard future is uncertain, but still we have to read it. Now, future, simple future, that is, it is used to express some future action और इवेंट. फ्यूचर एक्शन मीन दैट इज नॉट हैपन, अभी तक हुआ नहीं है, होने वाला है या आगे चल के होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई शैल गो टू मुंबई टुमारो. अभी तक गई नहीं हूँ, जाने वाली हूँ, अभी नहीं जाऊँगी, कोरोना चल रहा है. ही विल गो टू हिज फ्रेंड्स हाउस टुमारो. So that is, again we can say here the words first person, second person, third person as you have read. I shall, he will. I shall go to Mumbai tomorrow. He will go to his friend's house tomorrow. This is going to happen. अभी तक नहीं हुआ है. It is explaining about the future action or the event that is going to happen. Second, we have future continuous tense. It is used to express an action that will be continuing at some point in future again. Since future in future again. For example, the boys will be dancing on the stage. Will plus be plus verb ing, that is a future continuous tense. The boys will be dancing on the stage. अभी तक नाचे नहीं है, they will dance sometimes. We shall be eating our dinner then. Shall be eating. Will or shall be plus verb ing. This is future continuous. After this, we will be reading the next part, that is future perfect. Okay, now this is future perfect. Now this is little bit confusing. So listen to me very carefully. It denotes that the action will be completed in future before another future action takes place. That means in this way two actions are there. First action, you see, the action will be completed in future before another future action takes place. Okay, two actions are there. One action before that another action. That's both the actions will be in the future. Now you see the verb expressing the previous future action. I will explain it another time in the example. Okay. Previous future action is put into the future perfect tense. Both the actions, when you are framing the sentence, the previous future action will be given in the perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Okay. The subsequent action is always put into simple present tense. Two actions. First, previous future action will be put into present perfect tense, and the subsequent action is put always into the simple present tense. When you see the example I will give. Now see here, perfect means, remember, have. Okay, have. So I shall have eaten my dinner before my brother arrives. Here two actions are there. That is eating of the dinner and the brother arrives. Two actions are there. Now what did I say beforehand? The verb expressing the previous future action is put into the future perfect tense. Now which is the future perfect tense? I shall have eaten my dinner. This is future previous actions. Okay. So it is put into the future perfect tense. What is the subsequent action? Before my brother arrives. How can we say it is this is subsequent action? Because we have put it into the simple present, that is es or s form. Okay, my brother arrives. So here two actions. This action we can say previous future action, and this is subsequent action. Okay, this is in future perfect tense and this will be put into simple present tense. Okay, both. Next I can show you the example. You see, they will have reached the station before the train leaves. Now here two actions again we can say, reaching the station, and next is leaving of the train. Okay, now again you see have is there. It is a very common method to identify. They will have reached. This is previous future action, and what is the subsequent action? The leaving of the train. Now when you identify the actions, which is the previous future action and which is the subsequent action, then only you can frame the future perfect tense. Now a simple way if you will say, they will have reached the station before the train leaves. ट्रेन छोड़ने से, स्टेशन छोड़ने से पहले वो पहुंच गए होंगे. Which is the first action? Previous future action. ट्रेन स्टेशन में पहुंचना. एंड कौन सा सब्सिक्वेंट एक्शन होता है? ट्रेन लीव्स. सो सब्सिक्वेंट एक्शन यू पुट इनटू which? Simple present tense, and previous future action you put it into future perfect. After this I'll explain you the future perfect continuous tense. Now it is future perfect continuous tense. It shows that the action of doing something, whether finished or unfinished, will have been in progress for some time. I repeat again, you just see. It shows that the action of doing something, कोई भी काम करना, whether finished or unfinished, अब खत्म हो गया हो या नहीं हुआ, complete या incomplete, will have been in progress for some time. कुछ समय के लिए अभी भी वो progress में है, चल रहा है. For example, I shall have been speaking to you for 1 hour when this lesson ends. That means अभी first thing हमारा future perfect continuous tense अगर देखा जाए, shall और will plus have been plus verb ing. I shall have been speaking to you for 1 hour when this lesson ends. एक मेरा लेसन खत्म होते होते शायद 1 घंटा भी हो जाए. दैट मीन्स व्हाट डिड आई से? इट इज फिनिश्ड और अनफिनिश्ड एक्शन दैट विल बी इन प्रोग्रेस फॉर सम टाइम. कुछ टाइम के लिए होता है. आई वुड हैव बीन लिविंग इन पारादीप फॉर 30 years बाय द एंड ऑफ सितंबर. सितंबर के एंड तक मेरा पारादीप में रहना 35 साल हो जाएगा, या फिर उसके आगे भी रह सकती हूँ. जरूरी नहीं है कि मेरा ये खत्म है या दिस इज माई द लास्ट ईयर. इट मे बी इन प्रोग्रेस फॉर सम टाइम. Now see, future tense, if we talk, we can explain it in another way. Now I will be giving the explanation in another way, since in English language we can explain the things in different ways. Just have a look of that also. Normally in English language, there are number of ways to express the future. Now you see, just read the following sentences. The school will open tomorrow. We shall go to Mumbai next week. Now see, I have underlined two things here. That is will open and shall go. Now what do you understand from these two things? That means when I am adding will or shall with the verbs. Now which is the verb here? This is the verb. This is open, and here verb is go. So when we are adding will or shall, that means these terms are expressing the future tense. So we can say the sentences, suppose I can say the sentences 1 and 2, 1 and 2 expresses the future tense. Now why is it so? Because the verbs in the sentences expresses or informs or tells us about the action that is going to take place in the future. Okay? Now again I am repeating, when we are adding verb with will or shall, as I have done will open, shall go, we can say that it expresses the future. So the action that is going to take place in the near time or the near future tells us about the future tense. We use, where do we use shall and we? That is a bit confusion. Now you see, we use shall for I. Okay, we use shall for I and we. I'm just putting a round over that. And where do we use will? Will for second and third persons. Now what are second and third persons? You, she, it, they. These are all second and third persons. But normally or often will is used for I and we also. The question form for I and we must be shall I or shall we. This is compulsion. Now in conversation, I will is now used for both shall and will. It is used for both the things now. Now after this, I will be giving you the rules how to make this type of sentences. Now here are the rules for expressing the future time with or will or shall. Now for the positive statements, when we are using for the positive statements, that is all nouns or pronouns plus will or shall plus the present tense form of the verb. Remember the present tense form of the verb. For example, Mohan shall sing, he will sing, they will sing. As I had told where to use the will and where to use the shall, that is first person, second person and third person. Similarly, you are using it here. When we are discussing about questions, will or shall plus all nouns or pronouns plus the present tense form of the verb, obviously plus question mark since we are using the question format. Now, for example, shall I sing? Will you sing? But don't forget to put the question mark. See here, will you and shall I. Remember the uses as I have explained before, the first person, second person and the third person. Now, when we are talking about negatives, that is all nouns and pronouns plus will or shall plus important for the negative part is not. You cannot use this not here and then will or shall. This is wrong. Will or shall plus not plus the present tense form of the verb. For example, you see, I shall not sing. You will not sing. This is the uses of not. That is after the shall, after the will, you can use not to make a positive. Now suppose if I say he will sing, what will be the example for making it into negatives? He will not sing. Okay. They will sing, they will not sing. Now after this I will be showing you when more examples we will do, then only you can understand. After this I will be explaining some of the examples. Now see some examples I am giving you so that you can be very much sure where to use this will and shall. Now see, they dash lunch at 1 o'clock. The word is given for you, this is serve. Now what did I say? With they, what are you going to use? They will serve. Now when dash you dash home, if the word is written, then what are you going to do with this? When will you return? Now I के साथ क्या लगता है? I shall or I will? What will be the answer? I shall clean it later. I hope you must have understood where to use the will or shall. Now see, I will explain how to or where do we use going to. Now going to, first read these two sentences. We are going to buy a new TV next week. I am going to visit my uncle's house next month. Now see, the important thing is the next week I have mentioned here and next month I have mentioned here. That means not now, I am planning it for the near future. Now what is this first sentence? You see, we are going to. Now here I have used going to. I am going to visit. Again the to visit. That means present tense form of the verb with going to, or going to with the present tense form of the verb. Here these words expresses future intentions, future plannings, I can say future plannings or actions that is taking place in the immediate future, nearby. Okay. So what is the format for this? Going to plus present tense form of the verb expresses your another future tense. Now we will learn about the use of will be or shall be. Where are we going to use these things? Whenever we are using will be or shall be, we have to use with that verb plus ing form. Okay. Now see the sentences I have given you here. I shall be sitting in the train tomorrow at this time. He will be leaving for Mumbai at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Now here you see shall be, sitting, will be, leaving. As we said, will be plus verb ing, will be living, leave is the verb plus ing, and shall be sitting. Sit is the verb. Here we have used ing. Now what do these two sentences tell you about themselves? Here will be and shall be and the verb ing is used to describe the actions that we are already planned for near future or for some time, after some time in the future, or when the future actions will be planned. That means see, tomorrow. Here the word tomorrow tells that tomorrow at this time I shall be sitting in the train. Again here you see he is going to leave for Mumbai. When is he going to leave for Mumbai? That is tomorrow. And what is the time he has mentioned? That is 4 o'clock. That means these are all planned for the near future. Whenever we are using will be or shall be, it is compulsion to use verb plus ing along with that. After this, I will be giving you the rules for making this uses. Okay, now you see the rules for expressing the future, that is using will be or shall be plus verb ing. As I said that I'm giving you the rules how to use it. Okay. Now the first thing, as usual, we will begin with the positive statements, that is all nouns or the pronouns, plus will or shall according whatever you are using, plus be. You cannot put this be here. Okay. Will or shall plus be plus present tense form of the verb and ing, since we are using the future tense here. Now example, you see, we shall be playing, they will be playing. I am not going to say they shall be playing. They will be playing and we shall be playing. In the format of the questions, when we have to make the questions here, you see will or shall, we have to begin with will or shall plus all nouns or pronouns plus be plus present tense form of the verb plus ing. Again, my favorite thing, there is a question mark. Never forget to put this when you are forming a question. Okay, now example, you see, shall we be playing? I cannot say shall be we playing, that is shall we be playing. As I said, will or shall plus all noun and pronouns plus be comes here. Then will he be playing? So these are, and see, I have made the mistake, I have not put the question mark here. So you have to put a question mark after your questions. When we are talking about the negatives, that is all nouns or pronouns plus will or shall plus not plus be. Remember children, here we normally make the mistake. Not plus be plus present tense form of the verb plus ing. Now you see, example if I give you, you can understand better. You will not be playing. You will be not playing is wrong totally. You will not be playing. You cannot interchange here. Okay, this is totally wrong. So what you are going to do, you will not be playing, follow this instruction, will or shall plus not plus be, not be plus not, not plus be, remember, and be. Then I shall not be playing. Again I am repeating this word, you will not be playing, I shall not be playing. We cannot say I shall be not playing, that is totally wrong. Not, then the be comes, then verb ing. Understand this? Now I will be giving certain examples after this so that you can better understand it. Now see the questions. Dash I dash this point again. The word you have to use here, explain. Before and I told you how to frame the questions. Now when we are using I, what are you going to use here? Shall I explain? The word is given to you. Shall I explain this point again? Now here you say dash, you dash at home next Sunday. Now here with you, what are you going to use? Will you be at home next Sunday? So this, by seeing this, you can understand we have to, when we are making the questions, we have to use shall and will at the beginning, then your noun and pronoun, then the word that whatever is given to you. I hope my point is clear to you all. After this, we will be going to the next part of this future tense, and that will be your have been and shall. See, where are we going to use will have or shall have plus V3, that is the past participle form of the verb. Okay, now read the sentences here. The first sentence, they will have built. Now again I am underlining some words, you see. They will have built this wall by tomorrow. Tomorrow is expressing the future time, kal ke liye. Will have plus V3. What is the original word for build? That is build. As I said, will have plus V3. So will have built this wall by tomorrow. We shall have reached Mumbai by this time tomorrow. Again I am talking about tomorrow's action. That means इस वक्त कल तक हम लोग इसी वक्त में पहुंच गए होंगे. So here you see shall have plus reached. Reached is a V3 form of what? That is reach. Okay. So when we are talking with shall have plus V3 form of the word, we are expressing another future. That means that will have completed by the certain time in the near time or the near future. This also expresses about the future tense. After this, I am going to give you the rules again how to form these sentences using will have or shall have plus V3 form in your positive statements, questions as well as your negative statements. Now here are the rules that expresses the future, that is will have or shall have plus V3 form is a past participle. Okay, V3 means past participle word. In the short form I have made V3 form. Now here you see positive statements. How do we make the positive statements? All nouns and pronouns plus will or shall plus have plus V3, that is past participle form. For example, we shall have played. Now the next you see, when we are making our questions, that is will or shall plus all nouns or pronouns plus have plus V3 plus question mark. Now you see, shall we have played? We cannot say shall have we played. That is wrong. Whenever we are making a question or framing a question, begin the question with will or shall, then your noun and pronoun, then plus have, then V3 form, that is a past participle form, children, then put a question mark. Then your question is correct. If you are talking about negatives, all nouns or pronouns plus will or shall plus not. Remember, will or shall plus not plus have plus V3 form. Now you see the example, we shall not have played. I cannot say you we not shall have played or we have not played or something like that. That is wrong. You have to make it we shall not have played. Just note down your rules, because with this I am concluding the 10th session of this language learning class, and stay tuned for the further notifications of my channel Pen and Paper. I will be back very soon with a new topic to teach you and to keep you engaged during this lockdown period. Till then, I am signing off. I am Pallavi signing off from you. Stay tuned, stay home and be safe. Bye. Just a quick recap of the entire tense lesson. Remember, before that, S stands for, here see S and P I have written, okay. So S stands for singular and P stands for plural. You can use different verbs to make this type of chart. Okay, if you want, you can just take a snapshot or you can note it down in your copy for your reference. After this, you will be seeing the past tense as well as the future tense.